And so he says, yes. I said, Swami, why? He says, Swami, he says, look, Sharma, you're young, your children are small. First, bring up your children, give them good education, love, make them good human beings. When they grow up, and then, उनका शादी बनाओ, get them married. When the daughter-in-law comes, give all the load to the daughter-in-law, everything, and then proceed for spiritual activity, sadhana. And one thing he said very nicely, which I want to share with you. See, each moment with Swami is wisdom. Only if you are ready to receive it, each word of Swami spoken is a word of wisdom. Then he said, you see, he said something nice that Sharma is a good boy, told my wife. With one wheel, he does his worldly duties. With the other wheels, he does his spiritual duties. So the balance in life is maintained. You cannot become totally worldly, forgetting God, or you cannot become totally towards God and forgetting your duties and responsibilities and your dharma in which you are. If you are a married person with children and all, your dharma is to be a good householder, a good parent. So both things go together and have to go together. I would like to suggest that all of us, all of you, all of us must take out some time for our personal quiet moments in which we sit silently, calm our mind, quieten our mind, and then chant the name of Swami, or chant Om, and then attain a silence within us. That is a practice that we should always do, whether you start with 5 minutes, slowly let it increase to 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and then you will find this silence that you have attained in your quieter moments, maybe early in the morning. It becomes permeating. The whole day you remain silent, and then you find the activity is going on even with more focus, with more efficiently, and with more focus. So otherwise, if the mind is scattered, your thinking is scattered, your behavior, people will be unwise, and then reactive. So this practice, and second, Swami says, Swadhyay. Do a little bit of self-study, how much time that you can take. I know all of you in America, in the West, are very busy people, working, looking after the house and business and job and, doing everything at home. So you have very little time because there is very little help here. In India, of course, there is very little. There is always help available, so we have more time. But just the same, I will tell you that even in India, I was a pilot and I used to fly, and sometimes being an administrative pilot, I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, do a morning flight, come back, go to the office, attend office, come back in the evening, and a call would come, there is no pilot in the evening flight, please come. Being an administrative pilot, you cannot say no. A line pilot can say, well, I'm sick, I'm tired. But I cannot, because you see, being a director, you cannot say no. So I used to operate a flight to Bangalore, long flight, 5 hours flight, come back home at 12 o'clock in the night. At 2 o'clock in the night, I get a phone call again. There is no flight in the morning for Guwahati. My God, I tell them, look, Baba, I'm also very tired. I just came back, office, flying, in the night I've come back. It's 2 o'clock in the night, I have not even slept. He says, sir, what can I do? Shall I tell them that you are not operating? I said, no, you cannot say that I'm not operating because there is no pilot. Again, it's 6 o'clock in the pilot from Delhi to Guwahati. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours coming. Delhi is fog. Get diverted to Lucknow. Come back in the evening. After 32 hours of flying, come back home. Very, very tired. Then something good has happened, which I want to share with you. When I come back home, so tired, we had on the first floor, is our bedroom. And the children were young, just about this age. So I used to tell my wife, please, I would like to now rest for a while. And she was very nice, very kind. And this is what a Dharam Patni is. Dharam Patni, wife is only a wife, a consort, a companion. Dharam Patni is one जो अपने पति को धर्म के रास्ते पर चलने के लिए प्रोत्साहन करे. A wife who inspires, motivates her husband in the path of spiritual progress. She is a Dharam Patni. So she would take the children, bring the children down. I said, Papa is sleeping and don't disturb him, and give me time to meditate. The children at that moment, that young age, were thinking that probably Papa is sleeping. No, I was not sleeping. I used to lie down, think about Swami, think about God, think of a subject that would revolve in my mind. Who is God? What does He do? Where does He live? How do we attain God? How we realize God? So think of any subject. If you have met Swami, you start thinking of Swami. Look how Swami comes. He comes in the Prashanti Nilayam through that door. How he walks in front of the ladies, doing like this. And then making vibhuti for some, patting for some, taking letters from some, going to the men's side and coming here and going up the veranda, standing there, smiling, singing, blessing, enjoying, looking in each other's eyes. When you think like that, that is satsang, that is meditation, that is satsang. Sat means truth, He is the truth. Sang means companionship, togetherness, being one with, you are being one with God. So this is satsang, this is meditation. It forms a good habit in your mind. Mind tends to abide, not scatter or go out into the world. It becomes abiding mind. Abiding means not going out through the senses into the world. It starts to remain within itself. That practice and that habit we must have. Habit, you should know. Habit is like a string. As more strings are added, it becomes a rope, difficult to break. That is a habit. Slowly and slowly, with practice, if you start practicing being silent, being quiet, thinking of Swami, thinking of God, with one pointedness, again and again, it becomes a habit. Then instinctively, the next moment you sit, your mind is quiet, the world is shut off, and your mind stays with the image of Swami, the name of Swami, the form of Swami, his leelas of Swami. So this is forming a habit for meditation. So what I'm trying to tell you is, in spite of being busy, if there is an inner desire, moksha tattva, that is what the Sanskrit word is. Moksha tattva is the desire, the yearning for God realization, the yearning, inner desire. And he promptly from inside, no. I have to realize God. I want to realize God. And that inner desire, that inner yearning is the grace of Swami. Unless we have this inner desire, what can God do? What will God do? It will take a long time. How many births? God knows how many births. This is this inner prompting from desire. You know that Gautam Buddha, he was kept in the palace because the Pandits pronounced that after he grows up, either he is going to be a very great king, an emperor, or he will renounce the world and become a great soul, great person. So his father, Gautam Buddha's father, Siddhartha's father, he saw that he kept Buddha inside the palace, gave him all